Did you ever think you would see this kind of censorship in our lifetime?
No. It's shocking to me. Even today, I mean, I'm not shocked by it anymore.
Yeah, no, we're not anymore.
No, but I'm even, when I did my press conference right now, as soon as I said something sensitive, CNN shut off the feed, and Facebook did too. So, I won a case. In fact, this week, I got a judgment from a federal court against the Biden White House for censoring my speech on the social media platforms, for ordering the social media platforms to censor my speech. 37 hours after he took the oath of office, President Biden's White House was opening these portals. And this is all in the judge's decision. It's a 155-page decision. The portals were run by the FBI, but all these other agencies like the CIA, CISA, which is the center of the censorship industrial complex, the IRS, DHS, were invited into this portal, which gave them access to all the social media sites, and they were allowed to censor those and people that they didn't like. And it's they called it misinformation, but actually Facebook at one time, we know this because we have the emails, said actually what he's saying is scientifically accurate. And so they came up with a new word called malinformation, which is information that is factually accurate, but it is nevertheless inconvenient for the government. And that was one of the categories that
so that's malinformation.
George Martin said the government does not tear a man's tongue out to stop him from telling lies. They tear his tongue out to stop him from telling the truth.
Yeah.
At the White House urging, Instagram deplatformed me, and I lost 1 million followers. But Instagram was not able to point to a single post of mine that was factually inaccurate. We had, by that time, the most robust fact-checking operation probably in the country. We had a volunteer group of 350 MD physicians and PhD scientists, including Luc Montagnier, who won the Nobel Prize for discovering the AIDS virus. We had this group that was a scientific advisory group that was looking at everything that we posted, and everything we posted was cited and sourced to either a peer-reviewed publication or a government database. We were very careful about to make sure everything was documented truth. And nobody else really does that these days, but we were doing it. But nevertheless, they deplatformed me and said it's from misinformation, but they couldn't point to a single post I'd made that was actually factually inaccurate. It was disturbing for our democracy because, Hamilton, Madison, and Adams said that we put freedom of expression in the First Amendment because all the other rights are dependent on it. If you have a government that can silence its critic, that government has license for every atrocity.
Yeah.
And, there's never been a time in history where we look back and say, the guys who were censoring speech were the good guys. They're always the bad guys because it's always the first step down that slippery slope to totalitarianism. They start with censoring speech, and once they can do that, they can really do anything. And in a democracy, democracies are constructed on this infrastructure of the free flow of information, that we can all get access to information. And the theory is that through the fierce annealment in the furnace of debate, that the best ideas rise, and that's, democracy can then take advantage or make policy of ideas that have triumphed in a marketplace. This is our advantage over totalitarian systems, because totalitarian systems are much more efficient. If you can just tell everybody what to do and make decisions instantly, and there's no pushback, and their democracies are sloppy, but they can outcompete totalitarian systems because that mechanism of free flow of information and debate gives us an advantage in the marketplace and in government. Information flows are the sunlight, they're the soil, they're the fertilizer, and the water for democracy. And when you cut it off, democracy withers and dies.